thought UTSA played really well. A lot of credit goes to them. They came in and played at a really high level and deserved the win. I think right now we're stuck in a really hard spot. Our game plan was to double a lot on 32, try to get the ball out of her hands, and we didn't execute the game plan very well at all. It wasn't, take the paint away and let other people score. And I felt like that's what we did. We didn't do a good job closing out. We didn't do a good job contesting folks. And we're just in a hard spot because, when you have a game plan like that, we really need multiple days to execute it and work on it. And right now, we don't have very many people that can practice. We had 5 practice Monday. We had people back in Tuesday and Wednesday, but they're very limited. And so we're just in a difficult spot. And it's unfortunate and it's frustrating. And we just have to do everything that we can continue to control to try to finish on a high note. And I challenge our kids in the locker room that they need to have a conversation about how they want to finish the season and being better about the things that we can control.
Coach, one of the high notes of the game was the opening in the fourth quarter. What went into that?
Well, at that point, we just needed extra possessions. We like to trap out of our zone, which was not effective tonight, so we couldn't run that. We like to trap out of our ball screen defense, but they don't run a lot of ball screen defense. So we just needed possession, so we just started trapping everywhere because we had nothing to lose at that point. And, I thought that was the best stretch of the game. I mean, we were able to turn them over a little bit, force them into some tough shots. Obviously got the deficit down, but just kind of ran out of gas.
Tracy Houston had a good performance during that run. What did you see from her tonight?
Yeah, I was happy with Tracy's effort and focus. And I think that this is a game that she can really build on. And I hope that, the next couple games that she continues to kind of be the player that she was today.
Looking at the season as a whole, you had a lot of adversity for the team.
Yeah.
What's a lesson you think the team has learned and you've learned as a coach?
Well, I think a biggest lesson is life is hard. It knocks you down. It's frustrating, And I think, that's what we're teaching our kids. Is life can be really unfair. Ask Michaela Boykin. Ask Angel Middleton, who would have loved to have been out here tonight. Who would have loved to have been out here all season. But life really is not fair. Ask Tamia Davis, who would have loved to have been out here tonight. She's a senior, and she can't play in her very last game because she's injured. And so it's frustrating because life is really hard, but this is not the hardest adversity they're going to have in their lives. We know that as adults. They don't know that yet. And so our message is that they have to continue to fight. They have to continue to fight back. They have to continue to be resilient. Because that's the biggest thing that we can learn from what has been the toughest season I've had in my time here. Thank you.
Coach, really, outside of the third quarter, the offense seemed to play pretty well tonight. What do you think of the offense as a whole?
Well, I thought it was a little tough because they were choosing some people not to play. Like Kiana didn't get guarded very much, and we weren't able to capitalize on that. I thought in the first half, they really tried to take away our post and just kind of sat people in on her. Second half, we were able to get some stops and go in transition, and that's where we thrive. And once we were able to go in transition, we were able to attack. We were able to get to the free throw line, and that's when we're good. That's when we're good. But when we're not able to get those rebounds and those stops, it's a little bit tougher for us. And, we needed some others to step up and make some shots tonight, and we just weren't consistent with that.
Leash was in the starting lineup tonight. Was that a combination of the strategy going in against UTSA, how she's been performing over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I want to reward Leash for her effort. I thought her effort at Rice was absolutely outstanding, and, that's part of our core values here, and I wanted to reward her for that. And that's what I love about her. No matter what, she's not perfect. She's not going to do everything right. She's not going to do everything wrong, but she's going to give you everything she has. And, I felt like her energy was something we needed today.
And then last one I have for you, Jada playing in her final home game, 14 points, 39 minutes. she's been fantastic all year and throughout 5 years of playing for you.
I mean, J-Mac gives us everything she has. She always has. She's poured a lot into this program, and I'm very thankful for her. I'm thankful that, you know, her and I could run this team together for so many years. And, you know, when she came off the court, I just hugged her and said, I'm sorry we couldn't win one of your last 2 games at Halton. And that's a shame for a player like that. But as we talked about earlier, you know, life isn't fair. Things don't always go the way that you want. And, you know, all we can continue to do is learn from it. But, you know, Jada will leave here as one of arguably, if not the best point guard to ever play at Charlotte. And she earned that and deserves it.
Practice tomorrow, quick turnaround going down to UAB. What's something from tonight that you want to see kind of cleaned up and carry over to UAB?
Well, we have to try to eliminate mental mistakes. We made a lot of mental mistakes today, whether it was in the game plan, whether it was in plays we were running, repeating calls, the little details. We made a lot of mental mistakes. The nice thing about this team is they often give us great effort, if not always, but there's a mental effort that we are lacking and we lack today that has to be cleaned up if we want to win on Saturday. Thank you.